When you think of NASA, you probably imagine astronauts, spaceships, rockets, launching into the stars. But what if I told you that most of NASA's work isn't about Mars or the Moon, or even the search for alien life? What if I told you NASA's biggest mission is actually here on Earth? Because hidden away in research labs and observatories around the world, NASA scientists are working on the day when humanity's survival will depend on them. They've got programs scanning the skies 24 hours a day for dangerous asteroids. They're monitoring our climate from space to see how our world is changing. They're tracking the sun's deadly solar storms to keep our power grids online. They're literally watching the weather on other planets to better understand our own. Because while it might seem like science fiction, the truth is NASA is spending billions of dollars developing the tech and strategies to defend our planet from the dangers of the universe. And you won't believe some of the crazy things they're coming up with. But before we get into the mind-blowing ways NASA's protecting Earth, let's talk about the threats we face. Because there are some very real dangers lurking out there that could wipe out our species in the blink of an eye. First, there are asteroids. While most are harmless rocks floating through space, every now and then one comes hurtling toward our planet and could spell disaster for humanity. In 2013, a 20-meter-wide asteroid exploded over Russia, injuring over 1,000 people and causing $30 million worth of damage. Imagine if it had hit a major city. Then there are solar storms. The sun blasts our planet with radiation all the time. And while usually this is harmless, once in a while it unleashes a massive flare that disrupts our magnetic fields and knocks out communications and power grids. In 1859, a solar storm caused widespread telegraph systems to fail and even sparked a message to be sent without any electricity. Then there's climate change, which might not be an immediate threat, but is an existential one for humanity. Rising sea levels, extreme weather, and mass extinctions are already happening. And unless we take action now, our planet won't be habitable in the future. Now, these are just some of the ways our planet could end. But luckily, NASA has a plan to tackle each one. First, there's the Double Asteroid Redirection Test, or DART, which successfully nudged an asteroid off its course in 2022. This was the first ever planetary defense mission to demonstrate that a spacecraft can change the trajectory of an asteroid, which could one day save humanity from a collision course with a killer rock. Then there are advanced satellites like the Daniel Halevi solar mission, launching in 2024 to detect and predict solar flares and coronal mass ejections. These will help ground teams better forecast and prepare for solar storms, giving us a fighting chance to protect our infrastructure and communication systems. And there's also a ton of space-based climate tech being developed, such as NASA's ISOSat-2, which will precisely track ice in our oceans, forests, and on land to help us understand and predict the impacts of climate change. Other concepts in development include giant space shields to block asteroid impacts, tow trucks to move asteroids away from Earth, and entire planetary defense fleets to patrol the solar system and identify threats. These are just some of the ways NASA is working tirelessly to protect our planet from the dangers of the universe. Because while it might seem like science fiction, the fact is we live in a solar system filled with flying chunks of debris and supernovas, capable of wiping out life in an instant. If it wasn't for the brave scientists and engineers at NASA, who knows what would happen? And hey, don't forget, humanity is currently the only civilization in the known universe with the technology to destroy itself. So it makes sense that we'd be the only ones watching out for it. Unlike any other species in the universe, we build telescopes to peer deep into space. We launch rockets to explore distant planets and moons. We send probes hurtling through the cosmos to study the very building blocks of reality. And yes, we develop giant space shields to protect our home from incoming doom. This is where humans truly shine. No other species builds telescopes to protect their planet. No other species launches rockets to defend their home. No other civilization has the technology and know-how to watch over their world from orbit or blast apart an asteroid before it blasts apart us. Humanity isn't just surviving, we're thriving and safeguarding our world against the universe itself. So the next time you look up at the night sky, remember that above you, hidden amongst the stars, is a silent army of satellites and probes watching over our world, ready to sound the alarm if anything weird is detected. There are silent guardians, always vigilant, always on the lookout for whatever may come our way. And at the heart of it all is NASA, the agency tasked with protecting our planet from the dangers of the universe. They are the unsung heroes of our age, working tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure our survival. It's a big responsibility, but it's one they take seriously because they know the fate of humanity rests in their hands.